Welcome back to the lovely place. This has been an eventful morning. It's Valentine's Day, and we were supposed to begin getting gravel delivered tomorrow. And then my security camera for the new driveway that you've probably seen on video that we put up through the woods all the way back to the cabin. And this is the old driveway that I'm on right here. Well, the original. And of course I'm gonna spray it and kill some weeds, and then I'm gonna bring some crush and run up, I guess, and cover it all the way down to the road. But as you can see, this morning, without me expecting it, my security camera alerted me, and I saw the dump truck backing up through here. So the plan was to bring 2 to 3 inch rock, because I've got a low spot right here. What we're noticing is in this low spot, when we did the dozer work, we didn't dig out enough of a little ditch on the side to come this way, and maybe on that side as well. So what's happening is the water has been coming right down through there, and it's been puddling over in this area a lot. And this has been wet. We've not had rain, anything significant. There was one night of a little bit of rain, but we've not had anything significant in over a week, except for that one night. And so it's dried up a lot compared to what it was. But we knew that this is so low and kind of mucky that we wanted to put 2 to 3 inch rock in this area. That was the plan. In fact, yesterday I met with the gentleman who does the work, and that was our discussion. Well, no problem at all, but some wires got crossed, and unfortunately the 1.5 inch was put here instead of the 2 to 3 inch. And so I've already spoken with the gentleman who arranged this with me, and we worked out this plan, and he's offered, hey, we'll figure out a way to work this out, make it right somehow, and I know they will. So I'm not going to stress over it. I know a lot of this is going to sink when it gets wet and we drive over it. It's going to pretty much disappear. I mean, this was 2 to 3 inch rock right here, and as you can see, unfortunately, when this part was dug, when we came up the hill right there, he really stopped removing. This was a different dozer guy that I had at the time. He really stopped removing the topsoil. He didn't have piles of it over here at all. So basically, a lot of this was put on top of just a lot of topsoil. And you can see how it's just sunk in. And now that's going, like I've said before, that's going to make a much better base. And because it was done that way, it needed the big rock. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that this needed it too. But anyway, we're just going to make do with what we've got and make the best out of this situation. And I know that we'll end up adding more rock to this spot as time goes on. So anyhow, it's nice to know that I can drive over this, at least at the moment, and not be in the mud. So that's exciting. But tomorrow, and it'll be on this video, I'm going to actually video the dropping of the rock, the tailgating of the rock, and show this whole driveway coming together. And when we get up there to the cabin, we're going to create our little parking area, and it's going to be much nicer. And then when we get my tractor back, it's in the shop right now getting a third function, so I can purchase a grapple and move a lot of this this brush and trees and do a lot of work out here that needs to be done. And it's also getting some paint work done to it that you may have seen as well. But when that all gets done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to take a box blade and clean this up a lot, spread this gravel out the way it needs to. We'll get that on video as well. So in just a second, it will be tomorrow. Good morning, lovely people. I told you in a second it would be the next day, and here we are, and the sun is shining. It's actually mid-morning, and I got out here about 6, let's see, what time was it? 7:15 probably, expecting that my gravel would be beginning to get delivered about 7:30 this morning. And I got a message saying that apparently the quarry currently was out of the 2 to 3 inch and the 1.5 inch, which Yeah, that stinks. But they were supposedly going to be making more today. But right now I'm in the wait and see mode. My driver's headed back over there. He made a couple of runs of some other stuff that he had the ability to take care of, he said. And he's headed back over there to see if they've made anything. And what I'm going to do is take advantage of this time. Get over here in the shade a little bit. Take advantage of this time right now to grab a tool that I told you about in a previous video. It's called a root slayer. We've got a few roots out here along the driveway where we've not put any gravel yet that need to come up. And so I want to show you how this tool operates. Take a look at this thing. Again, this is called the root slayer. And it has the serrated teeth down the edge, and it's got the inverted V right there that has a sharp edge. It's been used a good bit up here, so I'm sure it could use a good sharpening now, but it still cuts really good. I'll show you how this thing works, but this can be ordered on Amazon, and I'll try to put a link down with the video where you can get one of these. And we love it. We've gotten up so many roots, but this area here is freshly dug, and there's a lot of roots that we've not even started working on yet. Now you got the big stuff here that obviously is much tougher. We'll see how it works on the bigger items, and then we'll look. This is really what it really goes through great, getting small stuff that's not easy to get up either. But with this tool here, it makes it a breeze. You've probably seen it in previous videos. You can take it and just hit it like that, or you can hit it with hit the heel of your boot and just get it right out of there. Something like this here, it's obviously going to take a little bit of doing, but that got that right up. So you can see this thing works good. Okay, let's see if we can get a lot of these up here. So let's see. So this is coming back here. I'm going to use two hands. Earlier I was just using one hand, and let's see, that didn't seem like it went through, but jumped on it with both feet here, and of course it got that side, and this one's loose. So let's just toss that to the side. Here's a big one. Got it right there. I'm going to pick it up and see. Yep, all right. A lot of this stuff might be loose in the ground. I'm certainly going through it. Let's feel of it first. Okay, that one's loose, but we got it tied in right here. So let's try to just slam through it with our hands. There it is, right there. Did you see that? That's a root slayer right there, guys. If you have a piece of land that you went through it with a bulldozer, this is a valuable tool. We got some birds. They'll get quiet all at once when they take off. Well, they're not scared. They're not getting quiet. Oh well, I was wrong. A while ago they all took off all at once and had a beautiful pattern across the sky, and it was like this, and they got completely silent when they took off. It was cool. So here's the situation, folks. My gravel situation fell through, apparently. I even located a different quarry that had plenty of what we needed, and I can't get the gentleman to communicate with me. Apparently he had a job today that took precedence over me, and used well, it just didn't come through. So I'm not gonna make any assumptions. I'm just gonna tell you that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna get you some awesome footage of the DR at work. I figure, you know, I'm down here, I might as well get to work on some more trails. And I finally got a GoPro attachment that will allow me to connect it to the front of the DR, and you'll see maybe a better view of the DR brush and field cutter cutting us some trails and getting us through the brush down here. What we're going to do is down this way, as you probably remember if you've looked at our DR footage before, we've cut down to the creek. We also have 2 or 3 spots that we went into the creek down here, but I'm going to take that trail and I'm going to come at the foot of this hill and come back this direction, and I'm going to go stay on the lower part of the hill and meet that trail that's on this upper part of the hill that goes around. But of course we won't get all that taken care of today, but hopefully I'll make a little dent in it. So just wanted to, before I start cutting, I wanted to show you. You might remember that I was talking to you about last time I used the DR. I think I mentioned how when I back up in reverse that this deck is actually cocking over a certain way. It actually pivots over that way. It just kind of falls over and it goes very far. Well, I got to looking at this, and you know, it's a pretty simple design. What we have here is a stop that this bolt and this nut here creates. You can adjust the height and the level of how far you want the deck to rotate, and it's got this little welded bracket on that side here, and on the other side I don't know exactly if it's got a welded bracket on over there on the inside of that or not, but over here, guess what, that weld has broken. The bolt is gone and probably got ran over at some point and thrown who knows where. But if I take this off here, I can get in there and see if the inside has the bracket as well. Let's see. It feels like there's I really don't feel a bracket in there. It's kind of hard to get under that. I could take that off to see. But on the inside of this, I really don't see a bracket. Something's holding it on that side, of course, but I'm not sure what. And it doesn't feel, when I feel over here, I don't feel any place where a weld was at, but there was certainly a weld over here. So not the best design on this 34-inch deck. I've seen smaller decks that have a much stronger looking area where the bolt attaches or goes in, but on the bright side, I contacted my dealer that I got this from, and they said that of course I'm still under warranty. It's a 2-year warranty if I'm correct. When I purchased this, it comes with a 2-year. And anyway, so basically I just took pictures of it, and they gave me an email address so I can send them these pictures so they can order me, I guess, the bolt and possibly that whole, maybe that whole piece. I'll take this back off, come to think of it, because I see bolts holding that down. This is all one unit. This piece right here, it comes all the way across and over. I don't think they're going to want to give me to replace this whole unit. What they should do is just simply weld some bracketing there. I'm not sure if they're capable of doing that or if they're going to want to replace that unit, but we shall see, and I'll keep you guys posted on how this works out. Now let's get to cutting. guys. So as you can see with this DR, this thing will run over trees. It will absolutely take down a trail. So you've got to see in past videos us, somebody with the camera walking behind it, or me setting the camera down and doing it, but this was a completely different view. If you want to see other video of this DR in action, I got a band-aid coming off of me, then definitely, you know, just go ahead and subscribe, and you can jump over and you can see my whole channel, and you can go down all through all the videos, and it'll have the word DR somewhere in the title probably. So yeah, feel free to do that. And if you like seeing this kind of cool stuff, give us a like. If we can be of any more help to you, please comment below, talk to us, and I will do everything I can to respond to that comment, and we can discuss things. I'm always looking for advice. I'm new at everything I'm doing, and so I'm looking for information, for assistance, for any help that you might be willing to speak into our lives. We would much appreciate it. So God bless you, and thank you for coming back and checking out the lovely place. We'll talk to you soon.